Do your gloves work on touchscreens like these do? If not, keep watching this video and I'll show you how to make it so that they do, saving you the trouble of deciding between keeping your hands warm and using your phone. And unlike many other videos about this topic, this does not require any kind of sewing or special thread. You could do it with some stuff you probably have around the house. So here's what you're going to need to get this done. First of all, you're going to need your gloves, of course. Then you're going to need some tape, scissors, some sort of metal that you're going to run from the outside of the glove to the inside. And lastly, you're going to need the bag from a bag of chips. Turns out that these could be used for more than holding your favorite snack. Some of you might remember in one of my other videos I showed you how to turn a bag of chips into a touchscreen stylus. If you haven't seen it yet, you might want to check it out after this video. I'll put a link to that in the description for you. When it comes to the metal to put in the gloves, I've successfully used paper clips and safety pins. In this video, I'll be focusing on these, but really, I don't see any reason why you'd be limited to these. If somehow you don't have any of these around, take a look around and see what you do have. On to modifying the gloves. The first step is to get the metal inside your gloves. I recommend doing this to both your thumb and pointer finger so that you can do double finger gestures like pinch to zoom. Let's start with the paper clip. Unfold your paper clip. If it's one of these ones with a color instead of metal, then you're going to need to strip off that plastic coating off the paper clip, or it won't work. Now take the paper clip and stick it between the stitching near the tip of the finger. Make sure you get it through all layers of the inside of the glove. You need to be directly touching the metal inside the glove finger. If the stitching is not there or too tight, then you may need to use the safety pin, which I'll cover in just a bit. Try to get the end of the paper clip that's inside the glove back into the material so that it doesn't poke you when you put your hand in the glove. If your gloves are thick like these, then you could stick it into that material without it coming out the other side of the glove. Like this, but inside the finger. On really thin gloves like these, the paper clip goes through very easily, so you could just bend the paper clip like this on the other side so that it just stays there. To use the safety pin, open it up and bend the pointy side like this. This will make it so that you're more likely to be touching the metal when you put your hand in the glove. Poke the safety pin in near the middle of the glove finger, then run it through towards the fingertip. You want the safety pin to close up right on the fingertip. Once it's as far as it'll go, then run the pointy end back to the outside of the glove and close the safety pin. Now that the metal is inside the glove, take a strip of tape and put it somewhere you could easily get to it. I usually use the end of a table or desk that I'm working at. Now it's time for the chip bag. The bag will need to have this metal on the inside. If it doesn't have that, it won't work. Of course, if your bag isn't empty, go ahead and empty it out. Cut along the sides of your bag with your scissors. Then go to your sink and wash off the food from the bag. Separate the two sides of the bag like this. Then cut off a square about 3 inches by 3 inches, like this here. Then fold it in half a couple times until you have a strip like this. Try to get it down to about a ½ inch wide. It by no means needs to be exact, but if you do notice your gloves acting weird when you use them, go ahead and either cut it down or remake it. Take that strip and put it over the finger of the glove where your fingernail and fingertip would be. Make sure that it's touching the metal that you put into the glove earlier. So then get your strip of tape from earlier and wrap it around the glove finger like this. Make sure that it's gripping to both the glove and the strip. If your gloves are black like mine, then there's a couple of things you could do to make this stand out a little bit less. First of all, you could use a black marker to color the strip. And then you could also use black duct tape to keep everything in place. And with that, you're done. Here I am using the gloves. They're not incredibly accurate. They're good for answering a phone call or scrolling through a Facebook or Twitter feed. You might be able to play some games that don't require precision, but others are going to be totally unplayable. As far as typing goes, it proved to be difficult unless you have a keyboard with good correction. The one I use on Android is called Swiftkey, and with that keyboard I could actually get stuff typed out with not too much of a problem. If you do end up trying this, let me know how your typing goes in the comments. Hey, real quick, before you go, would you share this video to your friends and social networks? It doesn't take long, and it'll help get this video out to people who it might help. If you like this video, you might want to consider subscribing so that you can get my new videos right on the front of your YouTube. At the very least, if you would just give me a thumbs up and click that like button, it at least lets me know that people are enjoying this video. Till the next video, stay safe, have a great day.